today. It's a taste here against current Premier League opposition rather than the former Wolverhampton Wanderers sides that he faced at the weekend. At half-time, when it was 1-0 and Preston were pressing on in the second half, there was that overhead kick from Lang with the game still in the balance. It looked like there might be something in this tie. Instead, Preston will be licking their wounds as they get back to Championship business at the weekend and travel to the capital to take on Charlton, who themselves have had a bit of a going over today.
It's important, isn't it? I mean, the campaign is always going to be massive for Preston, season after season. Listen, I think you stay in the game for long periods, you have to take opportunities that you get, and unfortunately there's been a couple that they've had that they've just squandered.
To flag up for offside on the far side. Some great sporting action up and coming for you. The second test, England against Pakistan, gets underway at Lord's tomorrow. See it Sky Sports Cricket. Coverage starts at 10 o'clock. And a great night of boxing on Saturday. MVP boxing. Maya against Cameron. 7 o'clock Sky Sports action for that one. Given that all the Premier League sides have avoided slip-ups in this round two over the last two nights, and obviously there are a couple more ties to play tomorrow involving Chelsea and Fulham, who played on Monday Night Football, but given that the draw is taking place later, there's the possibility of some blockbuster ties.
It definitely is. As you said, I think Premier League outfits have been quite strong, haven't they, in these early stages.
Floated in by Devine. Nothing Lang could do with that. "31 years since the last silverware for Everton. A famous cup final, 1995, Paul Ryder and the Joe Royle. Every year the Everton fans ask at this stage of the season, is this our year? Well, this is a good start, a good first step on the road to Wembley in March in a competition that they have never won.
Yeah, I think it is. I think this season wants to keep tabs on Everton. I really do feel that there's a progression starting to creep in at the football club. I think like what they bought in the transfer window. I do believe that they've got a fantastic manager that can drive them forward. It's a fabulous football club. And they deserve a bit of success, don't they? Some tough times over the past few seasons. I think that has come to a halt now. That's why I feel there might be some success at Everton this season.
Well, the match ball and probably most of the headlines will be taken by Tieno Barry, but this is a hugely significant night for Brennan Johnson, you feel, as well. He had a pretty wretched spell at Crystal Palace where he never really looked like scoring, looked bereft of confidence. The end of his time at Spurs wasn't easy either. Copenhagen last November was the last time that he scored, and he was sent off after scoring in that match. But didn't he take his goal well? An encouraging portent of things to come for Brennan Johnson, the Welshman in blue. Roll. Getting beyond Gibson. To the middle, diverted away. But only as far as Mikalenko. Alcaraz. Armstrong. 2 added minutes. Tyreek George. Alcaraz. Jordan Thompson on the ball here for Preston. Can't pick the pass, it's picked off instead by Armstrong. It's full of purpose as he strides forward. Tries to get on the score sheet against his former club, but sends it significantly wide.
Yeah, he's had a good evening as well. He's been available to receive the ball in the centre of the park. He likes to take that strike on, doesn't quite get it right, tries to whip it in the far corner. A few good performances. The blue shirt. I have to say that the new signings that have come in, I do like Merlin Roll. I think he could really add something to Everton. I think, versatility.
Whatever the role is.
Exactly, Bill. Well, I have liked what I've seen this evening. I have.
I'm sure there'll be more additions before the transfer window activity comes to a halt for Everton. Well, they're looking in good shape. Of course, Hayden Hackney, Christian Norgard, Jared Branthwaite, all waiting in the wings. Nursing varying degrees of injury issues, but will shortly be available from what we understand. Well, it couldn't have gone much better for Everton, and the script couldn't have gone much better for Tieno Barry. His first ever Everton hat-trick has paved the way for the Toffees through into the third round of the Carabao Cup. And they made it look easy. Seldom were they worried by Preston, and there were moments of real quality in the build-up to his goals, and indeed the fourth, which was the first for Everton for Brennan Johnson since his summer swap with Dwight McNeil arriving from Crystal Palace. David Moyes got the reward for naming a strong team, pretty much as strong as he could go here, given the injuries contended with, and they were much too much for a much-changed Preston side to deal with. Paul Heckingbottom smiles. He knows that bigger and more important challenges come ahead, but they have been given a footballing lesson here tonight. A fine show, Lee, from Everton.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, listen, you choose a strong side, and David Moyes did that. I think coming up against less opposition, Championship, Preston North End, but really professional. Phil, and I was really impressed with certain performances this evening, even the introduction to the substitute, Brennan Johnson. I mean, obviously, Barry, that'll give him a world of confidence going into the weekend. It's just a great start for Everton, and super performance and well deserved.
Barry gets the match boil, David Moyes gets the win, and Everton progress. A handsome scoreline, 4-0 at Deepdale.
Thank you very much, guys. So Everton through to the third round of the Carabao Cup in some style. Tieno Barry with a hat-trick. What a statement performance this was for Everton. What a start to the season they're having.
It was an amazing performance. You saw the style and the class really shine through, the professionalism, also the hard graft, the hard work. David Moyes, he's not smiling there, but he'll be smiling inside. And when they get indoors, in the change rooms afterwards, he'll be pleased with the performance, and he'll be grateful for the boys for making it a relatively straightforward evening.
We saw, Jamie, just how strong David Moyes had lined up this Everton side, and he got his rewards for it.
Yeah, and I think you have to give this competition the respect it deserves. You have to give Preston the respect they deserve, and you have to make sure, even though they've had a poor start to the season, they can still cause you problems, and you've got to make sure you do everything right. You've got to be professional, as Jermaine said, and they had that little bit of class and quality. Dewsbury Hall in midfield was wonderful to watch, always in the right position, receiving the ball, passing forward. And I thought, obviously, for Barry to get the hat-trick was so important for him. His confidence is sky high at the moment. He's cementing that number 9 role. So, no, it was a really good evening. You know, and Jai gives you so much as well on the break. But I thought Everton were excellent today. There's a big occasion. The first time he's been back there as a manager.
Yeah, you can see him waving at us.
And obviously they respect what he did. Because he will always have those memories of going, you know, where he first started. It's where you're cutting your teeth, the highs, the lows he had there. And he's had a great career, obviously, since then. So that'll mean a lot to him. Because you never want to go back and lose your former side. But he knows he'll be hoping for a home draw, which I'll be trying to give him later on. I want the home draws, I think. But you need a bit of luck in this competition. But
Yeah.
as I said before the game, you know, it's the only thing really that's missing from his copybook at Everton. He's had such a great career there, but if he could get a trophy as well, that would just cement that. He's already a hero, but his legacy would be obviously, you know, through the roof then.
Yeah, well, they're going in the right direction on the Everton. So Preston North End bow out of the Carabao Cup at this stage, and Everton progress through. Well, plenty more action elsewhere, and this was a pretty big game, wasn't it? Spurs beating Charlton 5-1. Savio scoring 11 minutes into his debut for Spurs. What a start for him. He also thought minutes later that he scored his second to make it 5-0 at the time. He will have to, though, settle for an assist because it will go down as a Ben Davies goal. So these are the full-time scores then in the Carabao Cup for tonight. So Bradford beating Burnley 4-2 on penalty, so they progress through. Newcastle narrowly beating West Brom 3-2 in that game, so they're through as well. Obviously, as we mentioned there, Spurs beating Charlton 5-1, and a convincing victory for Everton against Preston North End. You can watch all of tonight's goals on the Sky Sports app. Just scan that QR code. Plenty more football to come. Friday night football begins with Crystal Palace against Manchester City. All the coverage and build-up coming at 7 o'clock. Sky Sports Premier League for that one. Then Saturday night football, the feature game for that one. Spurs against Newcastle. Huge game there. 5 o'clock for that. You don't want to miss that one. And there's plenty more to come as well. Super Sunday, 4 huge games for you. Chelsea against Brighton, Leeds against Brentford, Sunderland against Fulham, and then following that, Manchester United against Ipswich. Ipswich, brilliant start to the season. Can they keep it up against Manchester United? And Monday Night Football sees Aston Villa host Arsenal. And if you're looking to watch a brand new series, Fightland starts tomorrow on Sky Atlantic. So really good night in the end then for Everton. Jamie and Jermaine with me will go through all of it, but it was a brilliant night, in particular for that man, Tierno Barry, who got himself a hat-trick, and Everton are through to the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup.
All right, Sergey, usual?
Yes, please. Hey. Oh. Games Cup.
Confessor Market, proud partner of the Carabao Cup.
Only cute hippo is a dead hippo.
You know how it got here? Run!
The WSL is back, and you don't want to miss it. Because this is where my next chapter begins.
Where there is no easy game.
This is where the noise keeps getting louder, and where the game keeps getting bigger.
One of the biggest players on the planet, 2-time Ballon d'Or winner.
And this is where I will play.
This is the Barclays WSL.
Come see for yourself.
Sky Sports, welcome to the show.
Milk for your kids to guzzle. And milk for your fancy granola. Everything milk from Ocado, the online supermarket.
The football's here, and Josh has got some big decisions to make.
3+ shot. How's my gut feeling? Very reliable. 5+ goals. I've got some difficult news. I'm betting on us to lose. You seen the odds?
Whatever you're backing. If you sign up with us as a new customer and bet £5, we give you £30 in free bets. That's Latisfaction from Ladbrokes. Has Limescale turned your bathroom into a lime fail? It's time for Viacal. It effortlessly eliminates up to 100% of the existing limescale in your bathroom with just a spray and a wipe, and helps stop it coming back. Get rid of those watermarks and turn your bathroom from dull to dazzling with Viacal. Prevent lime fail with Viacal, the #1 against limescale.
Legendary flavours from legendary games are now on McDonald's. Garlic and black pepper McNuggets, dragon breath dip, cheesy potato bites, sour cherry fizz, and chocolate candy crush McFlurry. Take a side mission to McDonald's.
Vitality rewards you for getting active, with up to 2 months cashback on your premiums. Woohoo! Vitality, your health's best friend.
Give love to your dog every day. An Advantage Chewable every month.
Milo.
One tasty Advantage Chewable tablet eliminates fleas and ticks for a whole month. Advantage Chewable. Easy to love, easy to protect.
Advantage Chewable.
The Thatcher's family farm. Making cider with nothing but love. And skills. Keeping quality up. Perfection. In safe hands.
Welcome to Betfred Gaming. Immerse yourself in over 1,000 games and get 200 free spins on Fishing Frenzy when you sign up using promo code SPINS and stake £10 on slots. Love gaming? Betfred.
Decisions. For some, a world of deliberation. To recline, or not. Perhaps something classical. And then there's the question of color. But finding your thing can be easy if you know where to look. DFS, what's your thing?
Your Just Clean bathroom smells great. At least until the next flush. Or better use Febreze bathroom. Just flip to activate. No batteries or electricity needed. Febreze bathroom is a unique liquid diffuser that constantly fights odors and freshens for up to 50 days. Then, flip a new one. Enjoy Just Clean freshness feeling for longer with Febreze bathroom. Febreze. Breathe happy.
Here the courier, sir.
Get your courier.
I beg your pardon, miss. I was caught by news of this show with double crossings and murders.
Father, that's the one you delight in.
Well, really? You must join us this evening.
Nothing brings us together like great TV.
So a TV licence, it gives you access to this wondrous treachery.
Indeed.
A TV license for all TV channels and BBC iPlayer.
Market, proud partner of the Carabao Cup.
Shrewsbury Hall. It's a lovely wedded ball of Barry! His first Everton hat-trick. Now he's looking for Brennan Johnson! A player without a goal in 33 games. Stretching back 10 months. Has his first for Everton.
Big celebrations for the Everton players who are through to the third round of the Carabao Cup. Brilliant performance from them. Tieno Barry with the match ball in hand after his hat-trick. Let's hear from him. And Brennan Johnson now with Juliet.
Tieno, Brennan, congratulations. I mean, first of all, look at that smile. Just talk us through your night. You are living every moment at the start of the season, aren't you?
Of course, I say this season need to be mine. I try a lot this summer for that, so I'm very happy to score my first hat-trick with Everton.
Was that your mindset going into the summer off the back end of last season and coming into this one, because you started it on fire?
Yeah, like I say, I want this season gonna be mine, so I work a lot for that, and yeah, I'm very happy. My teammate helped me a lot also for be cool with how I was in English, but yeah, no, I'm very happy.
I I mean, you got your hat-trick and an assist. You got an assist and a goal, and it's been a while since you scored. Tell me that feeling for you.
Yeah, it meant a lot. Yeah, it's been a little while, a bit longer than I wanted, but no, when I came here, I wanted to make sure I do everything right to give myself a chance to start right. And yeah, perfect game. Wasn't for the big man, but yeah, I'm also really happy to score myself.
As far as you're concerned, is it a club you feel settled? You knew straight away this could be my home.
That's what I was thinking. I think when I came here, all the lads were so good with me, made me feel really welcome, and I think it helps to play with confidence on the pitch. So yeah, big shout out to the boys. But no, I feel comfortable already, and I'm loving life.
You mentioned that word confidence. Does it give you confidence tonight?
Yeah, of course. I think being trusted in this team, it's an amazing club, and yeah, just being out there, I'm really enjoying it and feeling a bit more confident, which is nice.
And talking of confidence, you're nodding your head. I mean, your confidence must be sky high.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to show this season like I'm a good guy. You see, with my celebration, always try to dance because last season I don't think I show myself. I don't think I show the real channel, and now I'm happy to show that. And yeah, today we won, so we are happy. Renan scored. I assist him, so he need to give me more assists this season, but yeah, it's okay.
You'll be whipping out those dance moves a lot then this season, surely?
Yeah. I'm always on TikTok, so every dance, and yeah, now I'm focused on Bournemouth to try another dance.
Well, that's just it. You want to keep that momentum, don't you, going into the season because of the start that you've had?
Yeah, definitely. I think so far it's been really positive, and I think yeah, there's a good feeling, and as long as we keep playing to the best that we can and giving everything, I think hopefully we can keep these good moments keep going. And I think yeah, it's exciting times, but yeah, obviously a massive game on the weekend, but we want to keep being positive.
Brennan, good stuff. I mean, I don't know, you only got two hands, so you've got to pick up something else now. You've got the match ball, and here's your Carabao player of the match.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Well, I think what we've learned from that interview is that we need to keep an eye on all of these celebrations from Tierno Barry, because he's apparently been watching quite a few. So I think we're going to have a few different ones throughout the season. But what a performance from him, getting the hat-trick tonight to help Everton on their way through to the third round of the Carabao Cup. So a hat-trick for him. He gets to take the match ball home and, of course, the player of the match trophy as well. Well deserved for him. But let's see how he did it. First goal. And this sent him on his way for the hat-trick.
Yeah, lovely team goal. Kieran Dewsbury Hall picks it up in the pocket there, waits for the right moment. Mikalenko makes a fantastic run, really unselfish, just plays it across the face of goal for his teammate. And it's just beautiful play. You see a little bit of interchange there. Barry comes short, and then he shows real determination to get in the box and pick up that goal.
Yeah, and these are the things that he's been talking about and working on throughout the summer. And David Moyes and Leighton Baines and Alan Irvine, all of those guys behind the scenes will be well over the moon, knowing that the hard graft that he's been putting in over the summer is starting to pay off now.
Certainly. As a striker, John, you've been there, I'm sure, where when things don't maybe go your way and you can't see a goal coming. This time last year, he'd have probably gone near post, he'd have gone far post.
Yeah.
But when you're in good form and confident, everything just seems, even the other goals, like deflections coming off his like legs, and it's just, you get that little bit of luck you deserve sometimes.
Yeah, because what you're thinking is, where can I be the most disruptive? And it's within the width of the 6-yard box and, 8 to 10 to 12 yards outside the goal. So if you look at all of the goals he scored today, they've all been scored in that area, in those areas. And those are the things that, as a centre forward, you need to work on. If you're able to find yourself in those areas throughout the course of the season, you'll find out you'll finish off scoring 5, 6, 7 goals maybe, just from getting yourself in those areas. And it doesn't have to be a nice side-footed finish or a beautiful header or anything like that. Could literally be like his second goal, where it ricochets off his leg. But he's in the right place at the right time. I think this is the goal here.
The scruffy ones.
The scruffy ones, they're brilliant. And again, just look at the position that he takes up. He's in the back post, ready for it. He's crouching, he's going for it. As soon as the initial shot comes across and it's ricocheted and saved by the goalkeeper, he's already on the move, getting in front of the defender, anticipating the goalkeeper going to parry it out. Where's it going to fall? More than likely, it's going to drop right in the middle of the pitch. The move right there, gets in front, 2-0. 2 great goals.
And Jai as well. I thought they were wonderful today. Jai and Dewsbury Hall, really good, intelligent footballers. And then you had that killer in the 6-yard box, as you rightly said. But they were a joy to watch tonight. Lots of good movement. This is another one. This is a great example of movement here. Look at Barry. It makes that run across the face. And now he knows if that ball can get played across, he's just too quick, too decisive. Really good football here. Good forward play.
It is. And his starting position is really, really wide. But look at the movement right across the pitch. Full diagonal. He works his socks off to get in the middle. Brennan Johnson, absolutely brilliant. I'm happy for Brennan Johnson as well, because it's been a relatively torrid 12 months with Crystal Palace in terms of the goals that he's been involved in. But I think being at Everton, working with the players that he's got there, and David Moyes especially, it's going to work wonders for him. I mentioned before the game started, David Moyes has changed his tact, the way that he approaches players and communicates and converses with players. And Brennan Johnson's one of those players. Every now and then he needs a rocket, but at other times he needs an arm around the shoulder. Now, he's low in confidence. Fortunately, he's got somebody like David Moyes, Leighton Baines, etc. behind the scenes that are telling him and helping him. Look at the movement here. Great movement, great run. What a finish. That's the finish of somebody that's full of confidence, not somebody that hasn't scored for 30,
Look at this
38
assist.
goals or whatever it was.
Great piece of play here for Barry as well.
Just changed direction. Beautiful weight of pass. Initially, I thought it was going through the middle to Alcaraz, but what a finish. Great finish, great move. And it's the icing on a fantastic performance from Everton today.
Does it feel like this is what was missing sort of last season with Everton, is having that out-and-out striker, someone that you can rely on? Because, of course, we've seen that they can get goals from across the pitch, but being able to have that number 9, and Tieno Barry is kind of proving at the moment with 2 games in, already 4 goals.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. And I've got no doubt, I mean, he's got 4 goals already, like you say, but Everton would have probably been in the market in the summer looking for a number 9, because they didn't know how he's going to come back. They're probably thinking, are they the level that we need to get to into the top 6, top 7, which is where Everton obviously want to be. They've signed lots of good players. Hayden Hackney's going to be a good signing, and they're really getting the signings that are going to make them a lot better and start to challenge with the top clubs. But you still need a number 9. You need someone that's going to score goals. And I think he's come back in. David Moyes has had a look at him, and like you talk about the rest of the staff, and gone, this is what we want. He looks hungry. He looks aggressive. He's getting in the right areas to score goals. And he's got an opportunity now. And if he keeps getting that kind of service from good wide areas, they've got good players that can make a difference, he's going to be a huge success, you know. And he's full of confidence. But now the question is, can you keep it going?
Yeah.
Can you keep it going? Because that feeling with that match ball, there's nothing like it, as I'm sure, as for a striker. But now he's got to keep maintaining that kind of level. And that's the question that he has to answer.
It's nice as well that you saw in the interview that he said he wants to show a little bit more of his personality, which he didn't really get to do last season. How much can that help as a player as well, that you can feel that freedom?
Well, like I said, he's been at the club for a little while now. He understands the club. He understands the expectations of the fan base, of the coaches, etc. He gets it. He's gone away in the summer, worked his socks off. He's come back, and look, don't get me wrong, it's only 2 games into the season, but he's on 4 goals already. The confidence that he's coming back in with is sky high. I genuinely think he knows the club are going to be in for another striker, because in everybody's opinion at the club, my opinion as well, the club didn't score in anywhere near enough goals. So he knew that there's going to be some more competition coming in from somewhere. But he's here now. And he's saying, right, well, if I'm here and I'm playing, I'm going to make it really difficult for whoever it is that comes in, or whoever was already here, to come in and take my place. And he's done absolutely wonderful so far. So long may it continue for the Toffees.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a very good job, hasn't he? All right, more analysis to come, but time for a quick break. And when we come back, we will come back with the Carabao Cup draw for the 3rd round. Don't go anywhere, because that's coming up next.
Confessor Market, proud partner of the Carabao Cup.
All right, Sergey, usual.
Yes, please.
Were you thinking what I'm thinking?
The main mission can wait. Take a side mission to McDonald's.
You want to bet? What I want to do is just take a minute, check my limits, take some time out.
Sometimes the best bet is the one you don't make. Bet Fred. Gamble responsibly.
At Back Market, we promise every phone is expertly refurbished and tested. In fact, we don't just promise, we swear on our mum's lives. This is our founder. Hello. And this is his mum, Valerie.
I'm so proud of you.
And if we ever break our promise, her life is yours.
Plant.
Picture frame, frying pan, lemon, safety pin, safety pin.
This is a joke, no?
The Back Market promise. If we break it, Valerie's life is yours.
Stop there! You know being a soldier is but focus, right? What you want to know is, what's in it for me? At school, I thought I was too shy to join the army. But look at me now. I'm able to talk to anyone. Even you, sir. That's what was in it for me.
Tomatoes for a Tuesday night spag bowl. And mutti for the weekend arrabbiata. Everything chopped tomatoes from Ocado, the online supermarket.
Opportunity awaits us, Britain. Because we're investing £11 billion to make the nation's biggest network even better. So go on, launch the next big thing. Multitask in a haze of glory. And just do more of what you love from there. And even there. Opportunity awaits.
Hi, Mum. Yeah, I can hear you.
On the nation's network.
In the Wren Summer Sale, you can get an AEG dishwasher for just £149. And you can also enjoy up to 60% off fully built kitchen units. And up to 7 years interest-free credit. Made for making the kitchen of your dreams a reality. Wren, made for living.
So?
When you search the UK's largest choice of homes, you can believe it too. Rightmove.
We don't get dismembered, decapitated bodies in suitcases ever.
Albert Alfonso and Paul Longworth had been in a civil partnership together.
He was a Colombian national.
How have these three come together?
There was a deviant interest.
This can't get any worse.
He's filmed the murder really close up, cinema quality footage.
Completely unheard of.
The worst thing I've seen in my career.
The Bodies on the Bridge starts Monday, the 7th of September on Crime and Investigation.
Get ready for a festival of animated movies.
I love you guys.
The Sky Cinema Animation Collection, available now.
Baz, Dave, Grace. Compesa Market, proud partner of the Carabao Cup.
Couple of other fixtures happening across the country in the second round of the Carabao Cup, and this one for Newcastle managed to get past West Brom to go into the third round, all thanks to that goal from Harvey Barnes. What a result for them. Big celebrations at full time. Okay, here are the draw numbers for the Carabao Cup Round 3 draw, with this being the round in which the Premier League clubs participating in Europe enter the competition. The Round 3 ties will be played across the 2 weeks, beginning 7th and the 14th of September. And in case you missed the pre-draw earlier this evening, draw conditions have been implemented because UEFA competition fixtures cannot be rescheduled, and the schedules for the Champions League and Europa League clash with the Carabao Cup Round 3 dates. So those clubs in UEFA competitions have been assigned ball numbers 1 to 8. So, for the first 8 ties, the clubs participating in the Champions League or Europa League have already been drawn as part of the pre-draw, which has also determined whether those 8 sides will play their ties at home or away. So we'll now draw the opponents of those 8 teams before proceeding to draw the remaining 8 ties as normal. As the UEFA Conference League group stage doesn't begin until October, Brighton and Hove Albion cannot be impacted by the potential fixture clash and therefore were not included in the pre-draw. So joining me again, Jamie and Jermaine, they're going to conduct the draw. So Jermaine is going to do the home ties, and then Jamie, you will do the away teams. So as we know for the first one already, Crystal Palace will be playing at home. So who are they going to be facing?
Number 19.
Number 19 is Middlesbrough, winners in 2004. Okay, the next one is Manchester United, who are playing at home. Jamie, who will they be facing?
Let's have a look. Number 11.
Number 11 is Brighton. They lost in the fourth round at Arsenal last season. Manchester City playing at home next. And they will be facing
21.
21 is Norwich. So, Sunderland also playing at home.
Number 14.
Number 14 is Hull City. Sunderland against Hull City. Right, Jermaine, you're up. Arsenal are playing away, so who is playing at home?
Number 15.
Number 15 is Ipswich Town. Ipswich against Arsenal. Tasty tie, that one. Okay, Aston Villa will be playing away, so Jermaine, who is the home team?
Number 12.
Number 12, Coventry City. Coventry against Aston Villa. Big game.
Derby.
Yeah. So, Bournemouth, Jamie. Who are they going to be facing? They are playing at home against...
Number 18.
18, that'd be Lincoln City. Liverpool also playing at home.
Okay, back up. Number 29.
Number 29 is Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool against Spurs. Okay, so here we go. We can start with the home team now onto the normal draw. So, Jermaine, who is playing at home?
Number 31.
31. So that's going to be Chelsea or Luton. They are playing tomorrow, so we'll know whoever the winner of that is will be facing.
Number 16.
Number 16, Leeds United.
That'll be a tasty game if it's Chelsea. 20.
Number 20 is Millwall. They will be facing.
Number 28.
28 is Newcastle. Millwall against Newcastle.
13.
13, Fleetwood Town.
Number 24.
24, Sheffield United.
30.
30, Everton, who have just won convincingly at Preston North End. And they will be playing at home against...
Who they got? Number 26.
26, Wolves.
Who beat them last year?
Yeah, Wolves two-time winner though.
Number 17.
17, Leyton Orient. They are playing at home against...
27.
27 against Bradford, who have just won on penalties.
Number 23.
23, Reading. Have a home tie against...
Number 10.
Brentford, who are in really good form at the moment.
They are.
Won 6-1 at Birmingham in the second round.
22.
22 is Peterborough United. And they have a home tie against... Almost there.
Yeah. Number 9.
Number 9, Barnsley.
25.
25, West Ham. I've got a home tie.
Against number 32.
32 is either Fulham or Wimbledon.
Few derbies there.
So there we go. Well done, guys. Very well done. Any ties that stand out to you?
Oh, Leeds v Chelsea or...
Liverpool Spurs?
Liverpool Tottenham. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Like you say, it could be Chelsea or Luton. Luton have started well this season.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, some good ties. But Liverpool, obviously, Spurs is a standout, I feel.
Yeah.
I call 0-0.
It all gets very exciting, doesn't it? All right, let's have a look at how the third round draw looks, then, as we mentioned, we've got some really exciting games in there. Manchester United at home against Brighton, Manchester City against Norwich as well. Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, that's a tasty one. Chelsea or Luton against Leeds too. So many brilliant games to look forward to in the third round draw. Okay, time now to get a little bit of reaction from Everton. Here is the manager, David Moyes, for Juliet.
David, into the third round, and in the end, a comfortable win here at Deepdale tonight.
Yeah, it ended up a little bit more comfortable than I thought it might have been before the game, but obviously a really good result for us. I thought we played well at times in the games. You know, our football is quite good. We needed to finish things off a bit better in the first half than we did do, but really pleased we scored 4 goals.
Just a word on your hat-trick goal scorer tonight, and Tieno, he was telling us how he's worked really hard in the summer with his mindset and his ability as well. Did you say anything to him at the end of last season coming into this one, or is it just motivation by himself?
I think I told him he has to do a lot better than he did before. That was it. You know, we want goal scorers, we want centre forwards to score goals, and he's got some. I don't think it's easy for MD coming to the Premier League in the first season, I think, and especially centre forwards. I think it's difficult for him. He'll learn a lot more, he'll see a lot more, and he's come in with a much better attitude generally, so whoever's working with him's doing a good job.
And Brennan Johnson as well was telling us how he feels so comfortable in and around Everton, the training ground, the Hill Dickinson Stadium as well. Do you feel he can really find his home at Everton?
Well, look, we want to find what he did at Tottenham when he was scoring all those goals, and I thought tonight when he came on, you know, his assist was a brilliant assist, and his finish as well. I think the people who've watched Brennan over the years would tell you that looks a bit more like him, you know, getting on the end of things, finishing in the box. So we don't want to bring him on too quick. We want to sort of introduce him, but he's done well when he came on tonight.
In the 2 games that we've seen so far, there's so much energy, so much youthfulness around this team this season. Can you get carried away at the moment? Can fans get carried away?
No, they can't. No, I think we've got a lot of work to do, and I still feel that for us to be a side which is competitive, I still think that we've got a lot of work to do. Hopefully we're able to try and do some of it.
In what way? More work to do?
More players. We need our squad's not big enough, and we need to get more quality in some areas that we can do.
Which leads me on, do you feel you will be able to do that before the window closes?
No, I'm not sure we will, but it's not for me, and they want to try, and that's for sure.
But I guess you just want to keep this momentum going, don't you, at this moment in time?
I think at the start of the season, when you get started, I think my experience would tell me when you get some wins under your belt, it's helpful. You know, it's a good win in the cup tonight against not an easy opposition. And you know, the win on Saturday was good as well, so hopefully we can continue to try and build on it.
So far, so good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, so far so good, absolutely, for Everton. What a start to the season they've had. They're into the third round of the Carabao Cup as well after tonight. Some really good performances so far. It's interesting that David Moyes says there about Tieno Barry. He spoke to him in the summer. He wanted to see a little bit more from him. He is absolutely showing that already, isn't it? That's perfect response.
Of course, that's what you want. You want your players to come back fit, firing. We were talking earlier, it looks like he's been doing a lot of pre-season training, getting himself right, getting himself stronger. I think what the Premier League does to players, if you're not used to it, the physicality of it can catch you out. The speed of it can catch you out. So sometimes with players, you have to be a bit patient. You have to give them 6 months, give them a year. Some straight away, if you think back to some of the great Suarez, for instance, as soon as he came here, bang, scores the goals and he's flying. Others, you have to give a bit of time before you rule him out. And he's right now, and it's still early, 2 games in, but he's made a great start.
What do you think this says about Everton's ambitions, perhaps, in the Carabao Cup? The fact that David Moyes made 3 changes, but a very strong team, and still, you know, beating Preston North End 4-0. Big statement.
Yeah, it's a massive statement. But when you listen to some of the conversations he's had with reporters over the last couple of days, he's made it perfectly clear this is a competition that any manager wants to win. Mm-hmm. You know, it's you don't go into any game hoping to win or hoping not to lose. You go into every game trying to win the game, and that's his perspective on this cup. And Jamie alluded to it earlier on. If he's able to finish off this season with a trophy, any trophy, it just cements the great legacy that he's been able to achieve at Everton. He would have wanted it to be a Premier League title or whatever, a massive trophy. Sorry, but it's the only thing that's missing from his trophy cabinet, isn't it? Something at Everton.
Yeah, I thought today, he was alluding to it, he wants more players in. You know, that's what, and I think there'll be a lot of managers, if he can get a couple more in just to bolster that squad. I think maybe even defensively, that's where he's maybe looking. He obviously didn't say where, but because going forward, they've got some options, and maybe another centre forward if Beto stays. If he goes, who knows?
Maybe a right back as well.
Maybe a right back. I know he's been linked to a couple, north of the border. So I think if you give him that and you give him the opportunity with the players that he's got, I think this is one of the strongest Everton squads I've seen for a while. But as I say, he needs one or two, and no one knows more than him what he needs to achieve that. In midfield, they've got some strength in depth. I like how that team's looking. Norgard, I think, is going to be a really good signing. Plenty of experience in there. Hackney, as I've mentioned, you've got Garner, Dewsbury Hall. Good footballers, but obviously can get around the pitch as well. So they have got a lot in that area. I just think he's probably talking about a number 9 and maybe a centre back and a right back, as you say. But I think so far this season's been a really good start for them. But it can change quickly. They fell off at the end of last season. They don't want that to happen again.
How do you stop that then from happening as a player? You've got a really good start. You're going to be feeling energetic. You're going to have the momentum behind you. But as Jamie said, if things turn, you have to try and stay sort of consistent, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, you've got to work your socks off. Hard graft is David Moyes' non-negotiable. If you're outworked by a team, or if they're technically better than you and they beat you, but you've worked your socks off, he'll say, listen, today was not our day. We'll focus again. We'll go again the next game, and that's it. There's no shortcut to being the fittest one ever. You've got to put in the hard yards.
Yeah. Okay, so really good start for Everton. Not the same to be said, though, for Preston North End. We can hear from their manager now, Paul Heckingbottom, with Juliet.
Paul, how do you look back on that performance tonight, apart from perhaps that 13-minute spell in the second half when Everton just went right ahead in this tie? You were well and truly in the game, weren't you?
Yeah, we were okay. We played a different shape again, 4-5. Yeah, we were okay. It's just frustrating. We were going to make the subs and they score the goal as we've got them all lined up, and it just changed the game. But then the goals after that were disappointing. Listen, we're playing against top opposition, we know that. But one or two things today, fundamentally, don't help you keep clean sheets anyway. It doesn't matter who you're playing against, but we know we're playing against top opposition today.
Was it that once they went ahead with the 2-0 lead, was it after that when you thought defensively you could have done better with 3 and 4?
Yeah, but because of where we are at the minute, it's hard to take the pressure off the defenders. We've not got attacking changes. We've got defenders on the bench, a couple more midfields, wing backs, and some young boys. That's where we're at. We need attacking changes so that we can keep the pressure on, and that's a problem for us at the minute.
And as well, before the game, you were talking about having to try and find that balance because you want to try and find that form in the Championship, don't you? Which you return to this weekend.
And that's a priority. So, like you said before, you're working backwards from the game Saturday about this game, but you want to be competitive all the time. But we need reinforcements. We're nowhere near the squad that we had last season. We know that. We've got a lot of work to do, and the sooner we do it, the better. Because it's not. If you do all your business before pre-season, you're working and the players, you're all getting together and you hit the ground running, which we sort of had last season, which was really good. I just want the players in now to get working because the business has started now. We're in the serious stuff, and the sooner we get them in, the better.
I suppose it's the fact that there was the World Cup in the summer, wasn't it? And then Premier League teams have come back late in terms of their pre-season training.
It is for certain loans, for loan players and things, but it's just been a really, really difficult window. I think we all say that, but because we lost so many in the summer, and then we've lost 2 more important players in this window, it's made it even more important, that we get players in, but players who can affect the 11. So it's been that's been the challenge for us. But like I said, we've still got a few days to go and make sure we make the most of it.
Would you say then, listening to you, when you say you need to bring more players in, a lot more work to do, are you close to bringing players?
Yeah, we've been close on numerous occasions as well, and that's been the frustration. So it's not for a lack of effort on anyone's part. It's just sometimes how the window plays out, So it's the worst time of the year for me, without a doubt. These next few, well, the whole build-up, once the season starts and you're still in a window, but particularly when you know you're still pushing for things, and you've got 2 more games. So my focus has to switch to Charlton, and then the midweek game Tuesday night. But it's probably the business we do that's going to define our season, you know. So it's really important we get it done.
When you see the attitude, though, that you showed out there tonight, does it give you that hope and that confidence with what this club could do this season?
Oh, listen, no one's fault that we played against a good Wolves team, and watching the game back, we were good. We played well. We didn't have their firepower from the bench, 100% not. And we made mistakes that they punished, and they defended really, really well, you know. But in terms of saying tonight, the attitude's there. I know that we're going to get that, but we also know we need help, and the players need help. We need to make sure that we're never going to win or compete with 11. We need to make sure we've got 18, 19, 20 who, when called upon, are not dropping any standards. And then likewise, depending on what we want to do for certain games, we can pick certain personnel and have good changes from the bench.
I'll go well this weekend at Charlton. Thank you.
See you later.
See you later, Paul.
Yeah, so they'll have to go again at the weekend. They are away at Charlton, who have had a really good start to the season. Apart from tonight, of course, they lost against Spurs 5-1, but Charlton really good start. So it's going to be a tough ask, isn't it, Jamie, for Preston North End to go there and try and get a result, especially the way that they've started this season. But how much do they need to put this performance, this game behind them, and try and work on what they're doing now?
We left a lot of players out today, Paul. He's thinking ahead to that game at Charlton. Charlton picked up a couple of injuries today themselves. At Tottenham, it was a difficult evening for them. But I understand what Paul's trying to do. He needs players. He wants reinforcements. Needs a bit of help with his squad.
Pretty clear on it, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that's understandable. You know, managers know what they need. You know, of course, every manager is going to say, "Look, I'm struggling. I need some players. I need a bit of help." Clubs will look at, well, we haven't got the finances, and especially a club like Preston, they've spent, obviously 6-7 million. Alfie Devine. But if they can get a couple of loans in, be smart in the market, try to bring players in that's just going to help you, because although it's been a bad start, it can really change quickly. We all know that. I think we look at things so much now. We scrutinise everything. 2 games in, we're already looking, the managers are under pressure, etc. Sometimes you've got to just take a breather and go, okay, there's no major rush here, not under tremendous duress just yet. And Paul will understand that. The last season, they didn't finish well, so he needs results quickly. He knows the price on the ticket. Every single manager that stands in that technical area knows the pressures of being a manager. It's better than anybody. So he's just got to make sure he picks up gets a couple of players in before Tuesday, try and get some at the weekend, and all of a sudden your season can turn. You get a bit of confidence in the team, and that's how quickly things can go your way.
We've seen as well, Preston North End, of course, lost a couple of players in the summer. They have brought in reinforcements, but how many more do you think he'll be looking to get?
Well, he mentioned there he's desperate for strikers. So I would say there's 2 strikers there that he needs to get on board. It's as a manager, you can ask any manager in any league, and they'll give you 11 names of different positions that he or she wants to improve on.
Yeah.
Paul's no different. If he has the opportunity to sign a left back, an attacking one, an attacking right back, an attacking midfield player, a holding midfield player, a centre forward, he will take it. That's just the nature of the beast. So the most important thing is they've got to be the right player with the right mentality to fit in. And hit the ground running, full of confidence as well.
Yeah, okay, well, tonight wasn't the only game happening. Preston North End against Everton. There was plenty more happening in the Carabao Cup as well. Some other teams getting through into the 3rd round. Speaking of which, Spurs, who desperately, Jamie, needed a result, and they absolutely did it against Charlton. We just mentioned Charlton there. It was actually a tough ask, wasn't it, for Spurs?
Yeah, Mikey Moore had a good pre-season. Obviously, he struggled the weekend. It was a hard game for him. Getting Solanke back and scoring is important. He hasn't scored as many goals as he'd liked. Danso gets a really good header there, and then they bring on Savinio, as we was formerly known, as we were saying, and he lit the place up. And this is what you need. This is what Tottenham want. Players like that can get you off your seat, exciting football, cuts inside, hits a ferocious left-footed shot there, gets off to a good start, and then he thinks, I've got another one here. The ball falls to him. He sits down the defender. Look, whoops, lovely bit of skill. Hits it, then just ricochets off Ben Davies.
Yeah, he definitely thought that was his, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was excellent, wasn't he?
He was. When he came on, but this is it. This is what we're talking about. When players have got confidence, full of confidence, especially wide players, attacking players, they like to drive at you.
Yeah.
And that he's no different. And the quality's there to be seen. He's just lacking in a little bit of confidence, that's all.
They've got Newcastle on Saturday. How important is that game for De Zerbi as well?
Be a good game, yeah, for both managers. Obviously, you know, you're looking, Tottenham are probably thinking after the start that we had, no one really expected that. But we will start to see a team take shape, if you like. You know, if Marmoush gets, I think he's pretty much done. He could probably be on the bench. He might start with Savio the weekend. And they get Solanke in. Van der Ven was on the bench today. All of a sudden, the team starts to take shape. Porro at right back as well. And as I said before, I think Tottenham are going to be absolutely fine. And there's a little bit of panic. People are enjoying the fact that they spend all that money. They get criticised if they spend money, get criticised if they don't spend money. But I think Tottenham Hotspur are going to be absolutely fine. They've got a lot of good players. They've made some really good signings. It's just now got to work and put that jigsaw piece together and make sure that it all fits.
It seems like it's going to be quite an entertaining game because Newcastle have been pretty entertaining so far as well. They've had a good game tonight as well to send them through to the third round. They beat West Brom by 3-2. This was a pretty entertaining game actually because it was on a knife edge at some points, wasn't it? West Brom looking like they might be going through, but Newcastle managing to get those important goals to send them through to the third round.
Yeah, Nathan Jones. The way West Brom set the game up, James Morrison's been doing absolutely wonderful things. He's got them playing full of confidence, and that's a key word for tonight's fixtures. Players playing with confidence. West Brom have gone to St James's Park and said, you know what, we're not intimidated by you, we're not scared of you, we're going to go toe-to-toe with one of the big dogs. And you know what, they were pretty close to coming off with a decent result. Yeah. They were unfortunate today, but as soon as Harvey Barnes came on, he's a game changer. Yeah. You know, his finishing, we mentioned before, absolutely unbelievable. His timing was brilliant, and he's finding himself in the right place at the right time.
What do you think of the new Newcastle manager?
He's done well so far. Yeah, it's early days. Yeah. You know, he probably thought, you know, it's a really good job for him. Great opportunity. Difficult at the moment, but they're trying to get Gonzalez is coming. I think he'd be a good signing for them. Nico in midfield at number 6, because obviously when you come in, it's already hard enough. But that's going to be fine if you've got Guimaraes and Tonali and Joe Linton. That midfield has been so formidable for so long. Obviously all changed now, so he's got a lot of young players, a little bit of pace. He's already got more out of Visser than probably what Eddie Howe got. You know, Anna Langer in that one game last on Sunday. So no, I think they're going to be all right, Newcastle, and I think everyone just has to, you know, stay calm with the manager, and they'll get some good results.
Yeah, okay guys, thank you so much for tonight. That was a lot of fun. Plenty more sport to come on Sky Sports. And in particular in the rugby, you can watch the Women's Super League, St Helens against your Valkyrie, and following that, St Helens against Leeds in the Betfred Super League as well. Both of those games on Sky Sports Action. And the Carabao Cup second round continues tomorrow. We'll be at Chelsea against Luton, 7:15. The coverage starts on that one, Sky Sports Football, and also Fulham against Wimbledon in action too. You can watch that on Sky Sports Plus. So a brilliant night in the end for David Moyes and his Everton side, who have booked their place into the third round of the Carabao Cup. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Yes, please. Hey. Oh. Okay, Miss Carl.
Contest Market, proud partner of the Carabao Cup.
Play it the Italian way.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Don't argue in the same level, please. Why? Because you can get up on your feet.
I don't need sleep. I don't. I'm not. Can I go at 10 past? Why? Go somewhere. 10 past. Please.
No, but it's 10 past. It's later.
It isn't late. 11's early for me.
It is, if I don't say good night and everything, it's not, it's later.
Oh, whatever. I'm gonna do what you want anyway. The photo score Symphony Cup ended breathlessly, no burning, no breathless to even 4-2 on penalties. Then Newcastle United 3, West Brom and Albion 2, Spurs 5, Charlton Athletic 1, and Preston no, Everton 4. And tomorrow, there is more cup action for you tomorrow. Yep. Tomorrow we'll have live coverage of Chelsea against Luton Town as Sabi alongside side against Jagorsha. And then for them we'll take on AFC Wimbledon about 8 o'clock. So, conclusive win if you are an Everton fan, because Everton blew Preston away with Barry's hat-trick and Johnson's goal. They won by 4 goals. Good night. Good night from us. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 Bridge with Chelsea Luton Town. Bye bye.